On the ill-fated Muscle of Love, Alice Cooper had the unenviable task of following up 2 consecutive star-making albums, School's Out and $1 Billion Babies. Unfortunately, exhaustion and dysfunction got the best of them, and the underperforming Muscle of Love hastened the demise of the original Alice Cooper band. This is UCR's Doomed to Fail. Give us your thoughts on Muscle of Love. Is it a minor classic or a major letdown in the Alice Cooper catalog? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned for more UCR deep dives on classic rock albums that were doomed to fail. After toiling for years as a mid-level band, Alice Cooper soared to stardom with 1972's School's Out, a hard rock tour de force that peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and spawned a top 10 hit with its title track. They one-upped themselves the following year with the chart-topping $1 Billion Babies, a decadent concept album featuring the band's signature macabre lyrics, gallows humor, and vaudevillian flair. These back-to-back albums turned Alice Cooper into one of the biggest acts of the early 70s, but they also took their toll on the band. Within less than a year, Alice Cooper were back in the studio to record Muscle of Love, which found them stripping away the complex theatricality of their recent albums in favor of a back-to-basics hard rock sound. It's not complicated in any sense, and there's not a lot of theatricality on it. It's very basic rock and roll throughout, Cooper said. $1 Billion Babies was a studio effort all the way. So was School's Out. It was just so clean that after a few times of hearing it myself, it had no mystery to it. I really wanted this one to have more guts to it. Muscle of Love also separated Alice Cooper from longtime producer Bob Ezrin, and was instead co-produced by Jack Douglas and Jack Richardson. At the time, the band said Ezrin was recovering from a bout of pneumonia, but bassist Dennis Dunaway revealed years later that Ezrin left after he and guitarist Michael Bruce got into a heated argument about the arrangement to the song Woman Machine. At the same time, the band was exhausted from a rigorous tour schedule and struggled to capture their past magic. We wanted to rekindle what the band was about, but there was too much exhaustion by then, Dunaway said in 2011. We were touring while we were writing, and while we were touring, we were coming up with the stage productions for the album. We were doing all of that ourselves. We weren't hiring people to come in and build a stage for us. This sense of exhaustion permeates Muscle of Love, which rocks dutifully, but lacks the grandiosity and indelible hooks of its predecessors. Songs like Never Been Sold Before and the shape-shifting title track achieve the band's hard-rocking back-to-basics goal, but tracks like Big Apple Dreamin' and Man with the Golden Gun find them rocking on autopilot. Fans and critics picked up on this dynamic shift as well when Alice Cooper released Muscle of Love on November 20th, 1973. The album received mixed reviews and peaked at number 10 on the Billboard 200, only earning a gold certification after $1 Billion Babies and School's Out both went platinum. Muscle of Love marked the last studio album by the original Alice Cooper band, who went out with a whimper instead of a bang. They released a greatest hits album in 1974, and the following year, frontman Vincent Furnier took the band name as his own, embarking on a successful solo career with the platinum-selling Welcome to My Nightmare, and closing the book on the first phase of Alice Cooper. Find more from Alice Cooper by clicking the link in this video's description, and make sure to subscribe to our UCR channel here on YouTube for all of the best news and history of classic rock and pop culture.